going to show you how much your investment could be worth this coming bull cycle, and it might pleasantly surprise you. If it sounded interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Welcome back to Cryptogains. Are you new to my channel? Stick around because it's a powerful series or a mini series. I've been showing you this whole a few short episodes, burst episodes of this whole thing here, this little chart that I made on Excel, showing you how much I think realistically you can make. And I think it's going to be quite correct. And you might see that as time goes on. I can guarantee you when we get to the top of the cycle, right at the peak, whether you take your profits or not, that's down to you. You may see figures like this depending on what you've invested this side here. I've updated it so we're looking at dollars. I'm going to try and push this in, try and push it in dollars. A lot of the time when we're buying, we're using USDT and stuff. We're usually using dollars and everything else. I'm giving it away. So before I get there, I'm giving it away. Before I get there, this is not financial advice. I just want to show you the breakdown on everything for people that are new. This is your initial investments. What band do you sit in? You might be here. You might be in band F where you've invested maybe 5 to 10,000. I know a lot of my patrons have invested more. Some of them are coming in that are new, that are just underneath. So this works for everyone. I don't care how much you've made in crypto. This is going to work for everyone. The majority of the people that are in crypto right now, retail investors, right? And a lot of influencers as well. I'm telling you. So because if you've got an influencer that's made 10 million, they're not going to invest the whole 10 million. They're smart. They want to take profits, buy a house and everything else. So anyway, let's do this. How much crypto you should have as an investment? And I believe in this column here, this row here that we're doing, or what's it? Row, column. Is that right? Or is it column, row? Whatever one it is, I think it's row. I believe 11 coins should be the minimum amount if you're investing between 5 to 10,000. Let's just quickly recap. If you're investing $100 to $200, I think you can make anything from $5,000 to $10,000. Some of you might go, really? That just doesn't sound right. But let's think about it. You know, if you had, I don't know, $30 and you put it into a high risk coin, that $30 does, I don't know, 100x, because I believe low caps can 100x. That $30 turns to $3,000. Well, if you did that twice, that turns to $6,000. Already you're within this bracket, right? Picking two low caps. But I've done it one like that, one here, you know, 2 blue chip, just to be safe on the safe side. Because, you know, when you invest in a tiny amount, you're new, you're not going to do too much high risk. But the more you get in crypto, the more you feel more comfortable and stuff. And this is where we're taking it to this level here. Some people, many of you may be in this part here, 5 to 10,000. If you are, pay attention. I believe you can make up to $150,000 to $300,000 on your investment. If it goes higher, fine. Just saying. But this is based on what I believe people can make. It might go higher, but it all depends on how you, spread your risk. Meaning, I've done it, you know, and I've kept it the same. 2 blue chips should be a minimum of in your portfolio, and you know I've switched it up here. Look, 4 mid-cap coins, 4 low-cap coins, which I would consider high risk. And then you've got the extremely high risk here, which is 1. I wouldn't do more than 1 right now. And that's going to be like a 20, 30 pounds, maybe 40 pounds, depending on how much you want to play with. I mean, when you've got 5 to 10,000, maybe you could probably put a couple of hundred in there. And if that couple of hundred does 1,000x, you're talking $200,000 already alone. That reaches this right here, right? So for those that go, oh, it's not possible, trust me, it is very possible. I'm just going to say that straight. Many people put 30, 40, 50 quid in Pepe, came out with 150 grand, right? Or close to it, 80,000, 50,000, whatever it is. Let's talk about it. What would I consider my blue chips? Well, similar. I'm showing you similar things. Like, I don't need to keep showing you new coins all the time. This is just a guide. You don't have to choose these coins. It's just a guide. And just real quick, if you guys want this, become a Patreon, because then you can flip around with it. Like, if you're somewhere here where you're, you know, an I band, maybe in this band here, 50 to 100,000, you can mess around with it. Like, you can just say, actually, no, I've got none of them, but I've got like 6 of them, 10 of them. You know what I mean? You can mess about with it and choose how you want to input this yourself, because essentially you're going to get it blank, but patrons get it. You need to be an exclusive VIP partner tier. It's a powerful one. Let's have a look. So I'm thinking something like Polygon, something like Avalanche. Those two are great for blue chip coins to invest in, where you can look for a nice easy 10x, maybe more. But I'll be looking for a 10x on these coins at the max, at the peak. They've already had their crazy rallies. You know, the last few cycles, Polygon was a 100x potential. But now, because it's sitting in this, you know, 6 billion market cap, it's a blue chip. If it 10x's, it goes to 65 billion market cap. Maybe it could do more. But I just want to give you something realistic that you can take with you on your journey, and then you can decide what you want to do. So those would be considered my blue chips. Well, let's have a look real quick. If you do have 5 to 10,000 to invest as a portfolio, you should not be putting $5,000 in one coin. I just want to state that clearly, because yes, you've got $5,000 to $10,000 now, but you shouldn't be throwing it in one coin, because you're not giving yourself a broad portfolio. You're taking an extreme risk by just having it in one coin. 1,000 maybe, if you want to do that. If you really love a project and you think it's great, then you've got 9,000 to play with on other coins. But this is how I would do it, how I'd spread it. I mean, you don't have to do this. You can drop this down to, like, if you're just really certain that you feel like other coins are going to be better, you can drop that to, like, I don't know, 7 if you want. It's up to you. And then you just choose the 7, and then you just put more of your money in those 7 tokens. But I think 11 is very cool for this. Look at this mid cap. I said 4 mid caps. What would I consider good mid caps to invest in? We've got here Magic, which covers the whole gaming narrative. Should gaming blow up, this is going to blow up with it. It's like a gaming hub. I think gaming hubs are the way to look going forward. You're going to see a lot of great games that come out really well that are just single tokens, like your Star Atlas and stuff. But the gaming hubs that are offering a fleet of games are going to perform really well. Magic being one of them. You've got Myria, Gala, all those other ones. Look at this. Fetch AI. Great example of mid caps. And as you can see here, right, look, $254 million market cap. Look at this, $184 million market cap. They're mid caps. They're below 1 billion, but above 100 million. So that puts it for me as a mid cap project. What else we got? Singularity. Singularity Net, sitting about 300 million. These are great. You know, it's an AI play. So you've got your gaming, your AIs. What we've got here, we've got Moon River, which again is great for cross-chain interoperability, multi-chain stuff, which I think will do extremely well. This is actually, that wouldn't even be considered a mid cap. I've kind of messed up a bit here, because I said, let me just have a quick look. What did I say? I said, oh no, that's not it. That's something else. I said 4 mid cap. I've named more than 4, like Galas and anything else. And then I was saying 4 low caps. So let's have a look. This would be considered a low cap then. Where was it? Moon River. This is your low cap because it's under 100 million, $42 million. That's something that could potentially 100x. Like I feel like we could be looking at a coin that could potentially 100x. And then at that point you decide to, you say to yourself, well, how much should I be putting in this? Well, if you've got $5,000 to $10,000, put in like 700 quid. I mean, I do believe these low caps can 100x. So let's say you put 700 in each of your low cap, 700 times 4, you've spent 2,800. Nah, let's just say you put, well, yeah, I think more. I think £1,000. This is where I go crazy. I think £1,000 for each of your 4 low caps should be a good investment, because should one or two of them 100x, you've reached this target already between 150, because that's $200,000, right? So 1,000 times 100, 1,000 times 10 is 10,000 times 100 is 100 grand. So you just need, of your 4, just 2 of them or 3 of them to do 100x, and you're laughing. But let's just say out of the 4, 1 does that. You make 100,000 right there, boom. And this is why I'm trying to keep it realistic. On the low end, 150 grand. You got your mid caps that could potentially do a 50x. So if we go back to something like Fetch AI, and Fetch AI 50x is like I believe. Let's just have a quick look. Let's see. The market cap right now is a $254 million market cap. I'm gonna take it, paste it in, times it by 50, because you got to be realistic. $12 billion. I think it can do that. Look what it does to the price, 0.24. Times that by 50, the price of each coin would be about $12. And then when you look at the supply, it kind of makes sense. We've seen coins with $1 billion in supply in the past go to $20, $30, $40. Very doable. So yeah, that would be my target, about $12 a piece. So, and if that's a 50x and you're buying 40s, 500 quid times 10 is 5,000. So let me just work it out real quick. Is it 15,000? I don't know. Let me just have a quick look. If you've got 500 quid, times it by 50, or dollars, 25 grand. So between your low caps and your mid caps, that alone is where you could make the bulk of your money. I believe so. The bulk of your money. This part here is going to be the bulk of your money, which essentially could be, times that by 4, you're bagging another 100,000. So even if you just made if you invested $1,000 into one of your low caps and only 100x's and the other 4 don't get there, they might 10x or 15x, but only 100x's, you got 100,000 there. But if your mid caps do really well, that's another $100,000 because they all 50x. So that's $200,000. So again, it reaches realistically into this price range. And you're probably thinking, well, you keep saying I can make $1 million if I put $1,000 or $10,000. Yes, you can. But this is based on, if you've got bigger money to play with, then you can throw 10 grand into one coin, 5 grand into one coin. But if this is your portfolio and you've only got $5,000 to $10,000 to invest, don't do it. Don't risk putting all of your money in one coin, missing the opportunity of other coins, different narratives that blow up as well. So yeah, and obviously your extreme risk is going to be a bit lower, a lower play, maybe $100 or $200 with this kind of money, but it could be very rewarding because these are the high risk plays that make crazy money. Real quick, let me just see what other low caps that I said. So we got, let me just find it. Moon River, Stratos is a good fine example of a low cap cryptocurrency, low cap gem. Look at this, $15 million, should hit 100x times 10, 150 million times 100, 1.5 billion for Stratos. Look into the project yourself. I'm just trying to put it on your radar, show you how, in my head, realistically, what I would do. Morpheus is your chain supply chain. So if you like VeChain, you should love Morpheus because it does a similar thing. And I think that this is going to offer people a great opportunity to make money. I think the whole nodes behind Morpheus could do really well. This is under the radar right now. Not many people are paying attention to this. Big money has shared this project with me, which is why we've been hyped for it. It's a very good buy right now at $1 a piece. Look at the max supply, 47 million. This is very, very scarce. Like that tender looking, juicy finger licking barbecue piece of chicken right here. You best believe I'm standing at the front of the line with Morpheus. I have been for a while. And I'm going to pour my gravy juice all over that, you best believe. Was it my Jamaican jerk curry goat sauce? It doesn't even exist, does it? I've never walked into a shop. Excuse me, have you got any Jamaican jerk curry goat sauce, please? No, young man. No. Anyway, so make sure this is off. So, yeah, this is a good play. Very good play. If you're looking for something that's low cap, that could potentially 100x. What would be 4 billion? Because, times 10 is 413 million. Let me shimmy it, look, 413. 4.1 billion. Yeah, I can see that happening for Morpheus. Taking control of all the supply chains and stuff. And then that was that. Hold on, what's the next one? I don't want to kill it. What's the next one? Let's have a look. Is it going to kill it? No, this is another low cap. Chain is, would be my fourth type of low cap to run with if I was going to play out, I'm doing it wrong again, a $10,000, $5,000 to $10,000, and I can only do 4 low caps. That would be them, and hope just one of them 100x's. And Chain is your AI play. So we got nice cross narrative, a portfolio that has a nice cross broad portfolio of different narratives. Did that make sense? I think it made sense. Polygon layer 1. No, sorry, layer 2. Layer 2. Is Avalanche layer 2 or layer 1? I think it's layer 2. Maybe it's layer 1. So you got layer 1, layer 2s, gaming, AI, just everything. Look, cross-chain, which is interoperability, multi-chains. You got storage, you could probably see great decentralized social media things come from Stratos. You've got supply chains, AI again, and what would be considered, I just saw it, my high risk play, which is this down here. Let's see the high risk, extreme high risk. What would I do? Maybe $100, $200, and I'll throw it into something like BeamSwap. I do think Moonbeam's going to perform really well. I think Moon River's going to perform well with it because they need to practice on the Moon River chain. Where is it? They need to practice on Moon River first, all the codes to make sure that everything's safe, or test it. I'm saying practice, test it. And once it's fully tested, it goes over to Moonbeam. This is probably why Bitcoin was so successful, because if Litecoin didn't exist, I don't know when Litecoin came out, but if Litecoin didn't exist, there probably would have been a lot of errors along the way with Bitcoin, which probably could have slowed it down and everything else. There was a lot of testing happening on Litecoin before it got ported over to the Bitcoin upgrade or updates or things like that. I don't know how many times Bitcoin's been updated along its journey. But I know they're doing Lightning and everything else. I'm guessing they tested it on Litecoin. Someone drop the comments, let me know. But this is why it's good to have a sister chain, because you can test everything on here. If something's wrong, get it fixed before it goes on to Moonbeam. And this is why Moonriver will stand tall. So, BeamSwap now comes into play because you need a decentralized exchange to be able to transfer your money to and from. The reason PancakeSwap was so popular was because everybody on the Binance Smart Chain needed to transfer stuff, and they went to PancakeSwap. Well, this would be your PancakeSwap. I'll touch on it real quick. I don't really want to go into it, but this would be your PancakeSwap. You launch your app, come over here, you can buy different tokens on the Moonbeam ecosystem. I'm not going to do that. And look, just like your PancakeSwaps, you can earn, you can stake, yield farming and everything else. See, you got your bridge. And it works just like your normal DEX, decentralized exchange. But I think that this could do really well. This is, again, extremely high risk. I can't promise it. But for me, as an investor, this would be the one that I would throw in, sorry, my words, if I had to. And what's the market cap? Look at this, 361k cap. That's it, 361. Fully diluted puts it at a 2.4 million cap, but right now it's 360k, very low, extremely high risk micro cap. Should this 100x or 1000x, because this opens the door for 400x, let's call it 400x, keep it real. It doesn't sound, it's just keep it real, 400x. Yeah, because if it 400x's, the market cap goes to $144 million, not 1 billion, not 500 million, not 750 million, 144 million. That is 400 times your money back. So taking a risk of like 200 quid in there of your, what did I say? You got $5,000 to $10,000. If you put $200 in that and say, you know what, that's what I can afford to lose. If it goes to zero, fine. I'm not going to shed a tear. That's what I wanted to risk. But $200 then turns to, let's have a quick look. Boom, $80,000. That already makes up a portion of this $150,000 to $300,000 in profit, which I think can happen going forward. But we're going to see what happens as time goes on. Guys, was this helpful to you? If it was, drop that like, give me a subscribe. I'm going to keep bringing this series. I want to do it quick. I need to know. I need to get down to the bottom and see how much money people can seriously make, because I know there's a lot of people in my VIP group, big money, like really successful millionaires that are in, J and above. I don't know, which band are you in? Let me know in the comment section below. But I know there's people in these bands here, JKL. I don't know if I've seen any M's. I think I speak to 1 or 2 M's that's invested. Listen, there's millionaires in, keep it real, band I. They've made millions, but they haven't invested all of their money back into it. So, they're sitting here. They maybe invested 50,000 to 100,000. But there's I think I know 2 people in my VIP group that's made millions, and they've invested at least $1 million back in minimum. So I'm not going to touch on that anymore. I just want to, because that opens your mindset, right? Because you think, if they've got $1 million, then they should be up here, investing up here. Well, no, people don't invest all of their stuff back into it. That'd be crazy, right? So you need to play with what you can afford to lose, kind of thing. And that's crazy money to afford to lose, but hey, this is crypto. If you liked it, drop that like, give me a subscribe, stick around, subscribe to me if you're new. This is powerful, this series. Hopefully it will give you a clean insight to how much you can make this coming bull cycle at the peak. I think at the very peak, this is what you're expected to get, depending on what you have over here. This is what I personally think. If it's wrong, fine, but we will see as time goes on. And then you're going, actually, you know what? That weren't quite far off, actually. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Become a Patreon. They see these videos first. The link on here, exclusive VIP partner, most popular one. If you come in for the year, you get 10% off. Okay, so it's entirely up to you if you want to do that. Stick around for the year, because this is going to be an exciting year for crypto. You're going to see prices go up. I'm telling you, this could be good for you. Then you don't have to worry about your membership every month. It just does it, and then you can see everything on the go. But with this one, it unlocks all the posts, like I say, so you won't miss a thing. I've got another tier above. I haven't got it here. Let me grab it up. My CEO tier gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. Gives you super alerts. I'm talking to you before I buy, before I sell. We're discussing things over in that VIP group. That's where the big money is. These guys share projects that can net profit you. I'll just keep it real. You might be down here in band F, and by the end of it, you're sitting up here in band L. No joke, right? It's because of the projects that they're sharing. They know how to make money. They've done it before, and they will just keep doing it. So come and mingle with them and watch how your money rises, just because you're mingling with these big people that got big brains and they're smart with their investments. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.